Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. A bit chilly out there to get started. We've got numbers way back in the mid-40s in quite a few spots. We're likely going to see some temperatures, maybe even dip a little bit more before things start to perk up after, 7:30, 7:45 this morning. I do expect things to warm up fine today, but like yesterday, 70 might be just out of reach as some cooler air is in place. Plus, we're going to have some clouds that might be a little bit stubborn for a while today. We'll eventually get rid of those, and that likely leads to an even cooler night tonight into tomorrow. A reminder that, yeah, it's still March. Now, you see some of those clouds around the area. We're not talking storm clouds, but I do think, especially for most of our area today, there's going to be at least a combination in the skies. We'll eventually scour those away. High pressure takes over, and it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice setup for this week once things maybe start to warm up a little bit. And I think that really happens tomorrow afternoon. Not going to be as chilly by Wednesday, and we'll be looking for a couple other things to try to pass by to our south a little bit later on this week. We're down to 43 in Valdosta. We're at 45 in Tallahassee. It's 46 in Thomasville. If there's a breeze, it's still more from the north. The air is real dry. Those dew points at 40 or below. So I just think what we're going to find out there is going to be sort of a continuation of yesterday. Although yesterday was more about sunshine, today we've got some of these clouds spilling in. 45 at Quincy. It's 49 at Bainbridge and Perry. I still see a 51 at Camilla and a 52 at Apalachicola. It's not windy or anything, but I do think we will notice that breeze, especially with the temperatures dripping through the 40s. A little breeze will make it feel just a little bit cooler than it is. I don't expect to find too much fog out there. So far, so good. Those visibility numbers are all up near 10 miles. Dry air in place, and even a little bit of a breeze is going to make it hard for any kind of fog to get going. This is what it looks like along the Gulf Coast. Plenty of rain back on Saturday. Some spots even had some yesterday. For most of us, what we're going to have today is sort of just scouring out some of these clouds that want to spill into the skies. Higher pressure will pass by to the north. Part of the reason why we get a quiet couple of days to get started, and we get some of these cooler overnight periods, especially tonight when that high is overhead and the sky's clear and the wind's calm. Some energy will try to get going to our south and west. It feels like it's going to stay to the south, but a little change over the next 24 hours in its development. If it ends up a little farther north, that'll change our forecast a little bit by Wednesday, Thursday. So we've got a couple of things we're keeping our eyes on. Futurecast shows some of those clouds maybe a little bit lingering and stubborn throughout the day today. I think there'll be decent sunshine, but we may have to put up with clouds a little bit longer than we want to. Tonight into tomorrow, throughout tomorrow, it's more clear. Wednesday, we start looking south and west for those clouds to make a little bit of a return. How far north that next area of low pressure goes makes a big difference in the way our forecast plays out by Wednesday, Thursday. Feels like we miss out on this one, but we'll make some more calls on that tomorrow and Wednesday as we start to see how things break down a little bit for us. I do expect pretty quiet weather for today, for tomorrow, and for Wednesday. On the Gulf today, those winds maybe a little bit more perky early, but they'll calm down later. Instead of 12 to 22 knots, they'll be more like 5 to 15 by this afternoon. The seas will calm down like 1 to 3 feet. It's 40s and 50s. We'll call it partly cloudy. Sun will be up at 7:51 now that we've turned those clocks forward. This afternoon, I think we're going to get to the upper 60s, and that's it. Maybe a few spots take a run at 70, depending on how much sunshine we see. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies trying. And then tonight, as the skies clear, it's going to be a little bit chillier. A lot of us will be back down near 40. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a handful of spots, like 38 or 39 tomorrow morning. There's the 7-day forecast. We start warming right back up Wednesday. I think even Tuesday afternoon, we're back into the 70s. We're probably pushing 80, if not Wednesday, then by Thursday. So it's not going to stay cool for long. We get another day or maybe a day and a half of it. As we get to the second half of the week, you see the rain chances start to perk up a little bit more by the weekend. Doesn't feel like we're talking about anything like last weekend around here this weekend, but at least for now, it does look like some chances maybe in the forecast by the weekend.